Met Office warnings for heavy rain are in force for parts of the UK as Storm Claudia blows in.
It'll be a dry, sunny, cold day for some. For others, Storm Claudia could bring a risk of flooding and some gusty winds.
Oh, look at you.
Good
Hello,
morning.
Matt.
Good morning.
What's that? No potholes in there?
No potholes there, but quite a few big puddles, as there will be today. For some that could get a bit more serious. Let me take you through the forecast, because we are talking Storm Claudia today. It's set to push in across parts of the UK. Not for everyone. For some, it would be a standard wet and windy November day. Others dry and sunny. But where the rain is at its worst, there is an increased risk of flooding through the day. And there's also going to be some pretty gusty winds for England and Wales today, coming from an unusual easterly direction.
What's going on here?
Yeah, this is the River Tees from yesterday. We saw some heavy rain flooding in parts of northern England and southern Scotland. Today, we're going to see that emphasis turning a little bit further south. Very good morning to you. Yes, we're going to see river levels rise quite rapidly across some parts of England and Wales today. Very good morning, but we've got more rain to come today, but different areas this time. Bear that in mind for a certain Sarah Cox, who is, of course, doing the last stage of her Children in Need challenge today from Ripley to Pudsey. Rain throughout the day, strong and gusty winds. It's going to feel chilly. Get out there and give it a little bit of support if you can.
Hey, there's snow around this morning. Matt did warn. He's been doing it all morning, saying it's going to get colder. Where is it?
There's a bit of everything. This is the north of Scotland. For some, their first covering of snow of the season. A sign of things turning colder for us all over the next few days. We won't all see snow. But before we get to the cold air and some scenes like this in a few more spots, we've got some pretty wet weather and also some windy weather to contend with today. Yes, I am indeed. Taking to Herefordshire. Very good morning to this Weather Watcher shot just a short while ago. Shows that we're already starting to see flooding. More of that to come. It is going to worsen through the day, all due to the arrival of Storm Claudia.
Matt's always smiling, of course. Do you like this? Wow. Earlier, you showed us a picture where there was a much lighter covering. Inverness really has been hit by snow.
Yeah, nice.
Not deep, but, you know, it's there.
Nice little wintry flavour. It's kind of what's to come for some, not for everybody, of course, as we go into next week. Things will get colder. Very good morning to you. But yes, parts of northern Scotland have seen their very first covering of snow of the season. It's going to stay cold here, but for many, actually a dry and bright day compared to what will happen further south.
Is it going to be rainy like this all weekend, Kate?
I'm pleased to say not quite like this. It is particularly heavy today. It's grey outside. That rain is Storm Claudia. Now, this was the view across Croydon earlier on today. It has been and will stay pretty grey. Now, this is the warning area. The Met Office has a yellow weather warning in place for the heavy rain. We're looking at 30 to 50 millimetres across London through the course of today. That warning's in place until tomorrow. Temperatures cooler, though, tomorrow at 12 Celsius. Sunday, the temperature drops even further. And next week, it's going to feel a bit more like winter. Hannah.
Thanks very much, Kate. Love that little Pudsey on your graphic there. I spotted that. That's all.
Hi there, good evening. A bit of a soggy end to the week, all courtesy of Storm Claudia, way down to the southwest of us and in the Iberian Peninsula, named by the Spanish Met. But we've had a few impacts, lots of wet weather, yellow warning still in force until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
A working week of daily marathons, millions raised for children in need from a challenge which captured a huge public wave of support. Danny Savage, BBC News, Pudsey.
Well done, Sarah. She had a lot of rain, Chris Fawkes.
Yeah, what an effort that was, Clive. Yes, a lot of rain, all associated with Storm Claudia. We've had some localised flooding reported like this in Herefordshire. The Met Office amber weather warnings in force across Wales and the Midlands stay valid until midnight tonight, with further accumulations of rain building up. At the moment, we've got over 40 flood warnings in force, the majority of these across southern and eastern Wales, the West Midlands too. Very poor travel conditions. There's been flooding reported on stretches of the M4 in Wales, for example. But Sunday's temperatures around 8 to 11 degrees. Again, not far off average for the time of year. Into next week, that's when the cold air really starts pouring its way out of the Arctic. With that, we'll see a widespread return of frosts. There'll be some wintry showers and even a bit of hill snow around. A real shock after the exceptionally mild November we've had so far.
Kate, yesterday it was 17 degrees in London.
Was.
Madness. But it's all going to go downhill from here.
It absolutely is, Lakshmi. Yes, we are in for a bit of a snap of winter. Not quite yet, though. Today, of course, there has been a lot of moisture in the air and it's still relatively mild, actually, and will be overnight as well. Now, this was earlier today. Just grey, that's all we've had, and quite a bit of rain as well as Storm Claudia took hold.
Single digits, going to be a shock. Kate, thank you.
And many have felt the effects of Storm Claudia today, but will those wind and rain warnings continue into the weekend? I'll have your full national forecast later in the programme.
Becky, is it ever going to stop raining?
It really feels like it won't, doesn't it? It feels endless. It's time to build an ark. It will stop raining, but not quite yet. We are certainly seeing a very soggy end to the week, but not for everyone, just across many parts of the UK. Now, what is going on? It's all down to Storm Claudia, of course. Now, normally what we would expect when an autumn storm affected the UK is that it roared in from the Atlantic, bringing very strong winds and heavy rain, and then it roared off the scene to go and create havoc in Scandinavia. That is not what Storm Claudia is doing. This is a Spanish named storm, so there is some confusion about storm names at the moment. But anyway, as it stands, Storm Claudia is something a little bit different. Now, you can see that it's sitting, as usual, down across those southwestern parts, but look what's happening here. High pressure starting to build, and this is what's going to be giving us a really unusual picture. Now, if we run the sequence, just watch here, you can see that essentially this area of high pressure is blocking the exit of Claudia, and that means that this rain-bearing frontal system here associated with Storm Claudia is just basically sitting there. It can't move away, it can't go out the back door, and that means that it is going to be just raining itself out. And then we've got a system moving southwards on Sunday and into Monday, and behind that the wind starts to change direction. So it's very wet, then it gets drier, and it gets colder as well, because this area is coming straight down from the Arctic, and that's going to be having a significant impact on our temperatures. Have a look at this. This week has been amazingly mild. It's mid-November, folks, 18 degrees. Next week, below the seasonal average. Now, let's have a look at the warnings, because, of course, all of that rain is creating some quite significant impacts. We've got yellow wind warnings. It's not so much of a wind event, this one. It's more of a rain event. Let's have a look at how that looks. You can see a wide-ranging yellow warning in force, and then this amber warning as well. And some of these roll into Saturday as well. And then even after those have expired, the rain will continue for some as well. But slowly, that situation will start to calm down as we move through the second half of the weekend. Let's look now at all the details in the national forecast. So there's an awful lot going on at the moment with Storm Claudia still very much in effect across the UK, but bright in the north for the weekend. It's still quite damp in the south, although I said an improving picture. And then we've got that much colder air starting to move in. We'll jump ahead to the next few days into early next week. You can see these temperatures are really not looking very promising at all. It's feeling cold. It's feeling actually quite wintry in places. But on the plus note, it is going to be stopping raining, and at least the sunshine will come out. I love this weather. I'm one of the only people that looks outside, sees it tipping with rain and goes, thank goodness, the forecast is right.
I think it's a weekend for the sofa. Becky, thank you.